So if you remember last week, Milo helped me find these niches. Well, this week we've got a special guest. This is Milo's new brother called Otto. He's a lot easier to carry and he's even better at finding trending niches. So say hello to Otto. There he is. And don't worry, Milo isn't gone, he will still be coming back. And let's get on with the Amazon merch trends. There's one brand new trend in particular that you need to avoid, and that's this Baltimore strong right here with the bridge graphics. And this is about as fresh as it gets for new trends. All of these posted 2 days ago, and there's some decent BSRs. The reason being, a couple of days ago at the time of recording this video, there was a news story where a massive container ship crashed into this bridge at Baltimore and the bridge collapsed, and as a consequence a few people actually lost their lives. And that's why you will see some t-shirts selling for sure, but I wouldn't sell any myself. It is related to human tragedy and it is against the Amazon terms of service and it is against the Amazon content policy. So one of the biggest trends at the moment is still the solar eclipse. I will only mention this briefly. I've talked about this niche in the past few episodes, but I thought I'd mention it one last time because after the 8th of April, like, the sales of this are going to completely die out. It is going to be hard to now find new angles for this last week to still stand out in these search results, but the demand is also peaking, right? So right now there'll be a lot of last minute shoppers wanting to get an outfit for these solar eclipse events and viewings. One that I quite liked is this one over here, selfie eclipse, so merging the word selfie and eclipse. And it was published 3 days ago with the 500k BSR. That's very clever because, you know, you are going to have almost everyone at these events trying to take selfies with themselves and the solar eclipse in there, which is pretty funny. I haven't seen many, or if any, selfie eclipse shirts, but besides that, you are going to see a lot of recurring themes even in the recently published new sellers. Here's a nice mixture of bra with eclipse. Bra is something that seems to be very popular in many different t-shirt designs. And I like this idea, path of the totality, where someone is taking a common design style in this niche and giving it a funny edge. So for the actual path right here of the eclipse, you've got Fantastico, oh my god, not bad, for Canada, and then we've got nope, 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 nada at the bottom for Mexico. So right, instead of just giving people the cities that can see the eclipse and making it scientific, this person's made it funny. And it shows, they posted it a week ago, it's got a 700k BSR. That's a great idea and good example of how to enter a niche in a unique way. Not easy to think of those sorts of ideas, don't get me wrong, but it shows that there is still potential, even though it is late, but it is going to be harder. But yeah, last time of mentioning this niche, it is currently dominating, but in a few weeks from now, it's probably not going to cause anything but returns, unfortunately. Moving on to the second trend this week, we've got B&O of my TISM. And this is a fairly new trend. We've seen quite a few trends with similar phrases recently with TISM, RISM, that sort of stuff, a lot of rhymes. And in this case, most of these show a raccoon. A lot of the designs actually look exactly the same, which I personally wouldn't do. I would do something like this person right here, where you've got a different looking raccoon over here on the right. That's a neat looking design, nice simple layout, great graphic, and yeah, it's working. So most of these are recently posted. If you look at the days underneath the listings, we've got 58 days, 12 days, 32, 21, 29 right here. B&O of my TISM. This one doesn't even have a raccoon in it. We've got the Groovies design style, posted 6 days ago. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be raccoons, but it seems to be a common theme along these, and many designs posted very few days ago that are getting sales. So definitely quite a fresh trend that still has a lot of potential, so I hope it helps you out. Next up, we've got Just Let Me Stim Bro, another autism related trend, and there is, I think, a lot of potential here because we see many listings that recently posted doing extremely well. Not all of these are very recent though. For example, we've got 144 days since published with a 67k BSR. That's still not very old in my opinion, like it's only got 4 reviews. It's just over 4 months old, right? It's a simple text-based design. But if we look at a lot of the other listings, we've got 8 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 days ago. These all got decent BSRs. And on the right, we've even got one design that was posted or published 13 days ago, so just under 2 weeks, with a 37k BSR. That is really crushing it for a new design. And yeah, that's basically the pattern of this niche. We see a lot of text-based stuff, groovy fonts, typical autism, color schemes, puzzle pieces, dinosaurs, and yeah, many of the designs posted 15 days ago, 40, 32, very, very recent. And I can't really see much else other than dinosaurs and text-based designs. So I feel like you might be able to come up with something different. There is a few designs with sunglasses as well, but other than that, not too much creativity in this trend at the moment, in this niche, in my opinion. So there's definitely a lot of potential, loads and loads of these new badges right here. This phrase is definitely really, really popular, so check it out, and I hope you can get some sales off this. Trending niche number 4 is don't let the hard days win. There is, once again, a bunch of designs that fairly recently posted doing quite well that I wanted to point out to you. So here we've got 130k on the right, simple text-based design, published since 37 days ago. And there is similar listings over here, published 37, 200k, 200k. We've got it with an American flag, also 36 days ago. This on the right looks a lot like an ideogram design to me, or definitely AI based, I would guess. And this is 35 days old, 600k BSR. So yeah, this is not the hottest trend in terms of BSRs, but it is still a fairly recent niche that has a lot of recent sellers. There is some new ones popping up as well right here. As you can see, the new badges are coming in 17 days ago with an American eagle. Wouldn't have expected that. Then we've got 16 days, 15 days, with some different styles. So you can still enter this trend with new designs and get sales. I haven't seen anything with like super low BSRs, like 40k or something, but still, there is definitely demand. That is quite obvious. And there is potential to get sales with new listings as well. So check it out. Fairly simple to create designs for, and there seems to be a lot of interest on Amazon at the moment. The next trend I've got for you is Earth Day. This is looking ahead a little bit. Earth Day is happening on the 22nd of April. And I swapped over to PODCS for this one, by the way, because in Flying Research, I think they had too much indexed and they couldn't order it by BSR efficiently. And that way the niche looked quite bad because you could see a lot of high BSR numbers. In this case, quite clearly, you can see a lot of low BSRs, starting at 35k in the first row up to 52k. So Earth Day, clearly a niche that's selling well already, even though we're about 4 weeks away from this event. And for those of you who don't know Earth Day, I wanted to read out the quick summary in Google because it also has some interesting info for this year specifically. So Earth Day is an annual event on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection. First held on April 22, 1970. It now includes a wide range of events coordinated globally by earthday.org, including 1 billion people in more than 193 countries. So this is a global thing, right? It's not just happening in the US. And the official theme for 2024 is planet versus plastics. So maybe bear that in mind and try and incorporate it into your designs if you want to be more specifically geared or targeting this year, 2024 Earth Day. And that might give you an edge. There might be some plastic sub-niches for Earth Day, I don't know, that you could target. But let's have a look at what we can see. You will inevitably see a lot of Earth graphics. I think that's fairly obvious. You can mix the graphics or cross niche. This is a cool example with the sunflower and the Earth in the middle right there. We've also got a baseball with Earth mixed. That is pretty cool. Probably not as easy to pull off. Maybe you can do it with AI. You can see a lot of green, obviously, that's to be expected. Trees as well. This is tree hugger. Is it really Earth Day targeted? I don't know. Quite like this word cloud design over here. A bit harder to create stuff like this, but it does look very neat. And then we've got one first sub-niche example which says Earth Day is my birthday. Simple phrase that rhymes, and it's targeting people that were born on April 22nd and who might also be celebrating this event. And you're going to see quite a lot of these rainbow designs, and the phrase Earth Day every day is very, very common. I think because it is very, very overdone. Like here we've got some more designs. Earth Day every day, Earth Day every day. Because there's so many, it's probably going to be hard to stand out with that phrase itself. So yeah, but try and cross niche, try and find some specific sub niches, or if you use this phrase, at least add 2024 on there if you're in the lower tiers and you want to try and get some sales off of this. It is going to see a lot of demand and volume in terms of sales, but it is also a very competitive trend. So just putting Earth Day on a shirt probably not going to be enough, unfortunately. You could also have a look at designs from last year, right? So we've got 2023 with the Earth in the middle, and you could use those ideas from people specifically targeting the last year and try and apply them to this year instead. And do remember, there is potential using that theme of plastics in this year's designs as well. So there we go, that's Earth Day for you. You've still got a bunch of time to enter this trend. Try and be creative, and I'm sure you can get some sales off of this. If you have access to ads, obviously that helps. But for those people who don't have access to Amazon ads, I'll just mention quickly, it's not a magic fix. Like, especially with these sort of trends, they are very, very expensive because there's lots of people advertising for it. So in order to get sales, even with ads, you're going to have to spend a lot of money and potentially burn through a lot of money and not be profitable with your ads, unfortunately. So it's not always the magic fix where people with ads are just having an easy time on Amazon. That is not the case. The next trend that's going to be massive during April is Cinco de Mayo. This is looking ahead a little bit further because it's actually happening on the 5th of May. But as you can see, already very low BSRs, 14K, 20K, 22, 28, 29, 30K. Yeah, there is no shortage of demand in the Cinco de Mayo niche. However, similar story to Earth Day, it is very competitive and you will have to try and be creative and target sub niches with less competition in order to have a standing chance right here. Cinco de Mayo, it's kind of like at the moment, we've got Easter trending a lot, right? And we've got the solar eclipse, but those are definitely fizzling out very soon. And then the next biggest trends are Earth Day and Cinco de Mayo. Those see a lot of sales, so they are high potential niches if you target the right sub niches, in my opinion. The style, obviously a lot of Mexican inspired stuff. Almost every design has either nachos or tacos in there. We've got the sombreros. This one stands out quite a bit because it's, first of all, a white background, it's a tank top, and it's just plain black text, whereas all of these other ones usually have that funny edge, lots of colors. This one is just fairly simple, my final fiesta, and it's got the ring right here for getting married. So that's, you know, that's a great example of niching down. You target people that are getting married. My final fiesta, nacho average, so scalable phrase. Got it with nurse as well, so you could put 1,000 different things underneath this. So if you have a lot of slots, if you're in a higher tier, that is potentially something for you to do. If you're not sure how to fill out your slots, do something along those lines with scalable designs. And then over here we've got 0% Mexican. We just saw that for St. Patrick's Day, 0% Irish, so you are going to see those. There's probably some designs as well that say 0% Mexican, but I'm still going to get drunk, stuff like that. It's going to do well. And then we've got a cool design right here. I hate tequila, said no one ever. You could use that once again and swap out the word tequila with loads of other things from the Mexican culture, or just things that people typically love. And then just the fact that you have said no one ever, that makes it applicable for this trending niche. Obviously this graphic is quite cool also, so that helps. But there you go. This is Cinco de Mayo. Probably will mention this again in a couple of weeks. It will still be doing really well and yeah, better at that point. So I might try and find some sub niches for the next video. Do not do this one right here. Don't try and rip off Star Wars with Obi-Wan. And that's the one area where you shouldn't use it. But besides that, lots of design inspiration right here. And I hope this trend makes a lot of you a lot of sales. Moving on to the Redbubble trends. The first one I found for you is Schadenfreude with 118 results. This is a German word, which is part of the English language at this point, but for those of you who don't know what it means, I'll try and explain it and break it down to you. So Schaden stands for damage, and Freude means joy. And Schadenfreude is essentially the emotion of being happy about someone else's misfortune. And I know that sounds very cruel and mean, typical German word, right? But Schadenfreude is actually quite a common harmless emotion in most cases. So it could be something as simple as you're in the office, one of your co-workers is annoying you all day, or they're being mean to you or something, and then at the end of the day they fall over in their chair, right? They experience some misfortune and you can't help but laugh at them. They didn't injure themselves, so nothing went wrong, but you are kind of somewhat happy about them getting some karma, right? Some bad karma in return for them being mean or annoying you all day. So simple things like this. There's probably better examples. If you've got any, leave them in the comments down below. But that is Schadenfreude for you. And there's not too many designs right here that look that impressive. I'm here for the Schadenfreude with a panda eating popcorn. Got a sticker with a banana on the right. So yeah, it could be something as simple as someone just slipping on a banana, and you can't help but laugh. I also like this sticker right here, Schadenfreude. It's a German thing you wouldn't understand, probably a good way to sum it up. And there's a few more. Schadenfreude, it's just too funny not to laugh, and just one of my many guilty pleasures. So there we go, check it out, and pay attention in your own life if you ever experience Schadenfreude. I think you might be surprised that it is quite common, even though it sounds like a cruel emotion. Next up, we've got abuse of power comes as no surprise. Trending right here, 113 results, quite a long tail keyword, a phrase that's doing well. A bunch of designs at the top that are ranking right here are just very simple text-based stuff, nothing too complicated. We've got a fist as well, which is no surprise either, because fists are often associated with power or the struggle for power, let's say. So yeah, not a lot to say about this niche. It can be applied to many different things. It is quite a political phrase. That might be why it's trending at the moment. And we've got bananas recurring. We just had it with the Schadenfreude, and now we've got banana for scale. Not for sale, but for scale. 116 results, so very low competition, and the designs are fairly simple. We see bananas and the word for scale, or banana for scale. There's also graphics with a scale on there. Surprise, surprise. Someone thought out of the box right there. I don't know where this stems from or why it's trending, but I mean, there's a bunch of different designs. There's a banana with the earth right here. I'm not sure what the deal is with this, but it looks like a funny trend and potentially fun to create designs for. So yeah, if you are going to enter this, you've got it with the goose, so maybe you can do some AI magic right here as well, potentially. So yeah, if you are going to enter this, then have fun designing. Moving on, we've got Is That Gluten Free trending with only 65 results, and we've got a bunch of stickers that say this. Is that gluten free on a shirt? We've got it on socks. Yeah, simple text-based stuff. Again, not too much to say about this, but I did want to point it out because gluten intolerance is getting more and more prominent. Seems like every second person has that nowadays. So yeah, not surprised that something along these lines with a gluten-related phrase is trending, and this specific phrase has very low competition. Speaking of intolerances, here we've got kids peanut allergy trending with only 60 results, so low competition again. Yeah, not sure why this is trending, but you know, I guess a lot of people are allergic to nuts. We've got warning, this princess has a peanut allergy, which is quite cool. I am wondering though where people would put that sticker, maybe on the kids' lunchbox if they get it filled in school. I don't know. But yeah, there's a few funny phrases right here as well. Eat, sleep, check allergy labels, repeat. We've got my kryptonite. Then what else? Peanuts are evil. Love that. I'm peanut free. I like to keep it that way. So yeah, it's generally just people trying to prevent eating peanuts and having a laugh about it. We've got a sticker set as well of peanut allergy for people who want to deck out all of their 10 lunch boxes with these stickers. I don't know. But yeah, check it out. Kids peanut allergy trending on Redbubble. And lastly, really quick, we've got a micro niche right here that is trending. Abuse has no gender, only 28 results. And yeah, I mean, this is, I believe, him, men too. So this is when men get abused, or are the victims of an abusive relationship, and they don't get taken as seriously as women sometimes. So this is sort of a movement against that. Is trending with very, very little or low competition. So yeah, simple text-based designs as well. I quite like this one. Right, simple, the colors stand out. We've got red against a black background and white text. Always a good simple combination. I like this font too. I can't remember the name of it at the moment, but I'm pretty sure this is a free font that always looks great in these sort of statement designs. So yeah, Abuse Has No Gender, trending with only 28 results. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, comment Otto down below. And if you want to learn how to sell personalized mugs on Etsy the easy way, then make sure to check out this video next.